Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Git Good at OpenRCT2. In this episode I will show you some tips and tricks you can use to make more cool looking Go Karts. Now the first trick I want to show you is how to do synchronized Go Kart stations. Normally you cannot make your Go Karts synchronize with each other, but one of the users on my Discord, who goes by the name of Lycos Jen, he actually found a way to make it possible. So let's just make two simple go-kart tracks. I will use the arbitrary ride type changes cheat to just turn it into a different ride for now. Okay, now we have two normal go-karts, except for the missing corners, but we can ignore that for now. As you can see, there's no option here to make them synchronize. And usually, well, for example, if you're now competing in the white cards contest, then you will probably want to make your track invisible at some point. And I usually use the lift ride type for that, but it also doesn't have the option for synchronized operation. So the trick here is to change it into one of the unknown ride types, and then you suddenly have this option again to synchronize with adjacent stations, and your track will also be invisible. So if we now put them in test mode, let's fast forward a bit, and now they leave at the same time, and it will look like there's a lot more go-karts on the same track, even though it's two separate tracks. So yeah, you can use this to have more people compete in your go-kart races. Alright, I will now show you a different trick. So when you make white go-karts, something some people are struggling with is making hills for the track. So let's quickly make a track here. Alright, here we have our track. What people usually do is, well, let's first make the track a bit higher here. And then what usually happens is that asphalt gets put here. And then of course we'll have to make some guardrails around it, but I'll leave that out for now. And then afterwards the track is made invisible. Now the problem with this method, is that with these normal footpaths you cannot really make realistic hills for the go-karts. You know, the normal footpaths get turned into stairs, and that's something you probably don't want. So one user who goes by the name of Whacked, he found a way to make this look nice. So what he did was he used these roofs. Just put them like this, and then what you can do is they moved the location of the tile inspector. It's under cheats now instead of the debug menu. So you can just go to these tiles and just enable some of these edges, and you can see the path now extends fully towards the roof. We'll do the same here on the top. So that already looks a lot better. And something else you could do to make it look even nicer. So we'll make a flying saucer track here. Let's paint it grey. And we'll take one of the middle pieces and we can just paste it here And we can then make the footpath invisible. And I think that already makes your hills look a lot smoother. But yeah, how you do it in the end is up to you. I think this works quite nicely. Alright, it could be that at some point in the track you want your go-karts to be a little bit faster. Well, there's also a way to do that. So let's make them go a little bit faster here on the straight next to the station. What we'll do here is we'll build a track like normal, but we put a chain lift here. And since the ride is still a steeplechase right now, we can modify the lift hill change speed. So we do the unlock operating limit cheat, we enable it, and now we can put the lift hill change speed a lot higher. Well, you probably don't want to have it this high, but this is just for demonstration purposes. Alright, now you can see the go-karts go around the track. Let's make the track invisible. Now when they get here, they will speed up because of the chain lift. You can make some nice effects with this. I think it's quite a cool looking trick. Alright, now then there's another trick that another issue that some people run into. Let's make the land a bit higher here, and let's start a new go-kart track. Whoops. Okay, we have a go-kart track with a tunnel now. But what happens when we make the track invisible is that the tunnels disappear. And that's probably something you don't want. So the ride will still work. But yeah, they just disappear into the wall and they pop out again here. So in order to make a tunnel here, what I usually do is I take chairlift. And then I just, well, actually it's probably best to just put a piece here, and then take the tile inspector, then you copy that piece of track, and then you copy it right here, and you make sure it's above the original track in the list, so the tracks don't merge. If you put it below it, the karts will follow the chairlift track and they may crash right here. And that's probably something you don't want. So we also copy and paste it here. And right now we have some functioning tunnels. You could also extend the footpath here. Alright, now there's still a wall right here in between, and if you want to get rid of that, well, there's probably no good way to do that. So your best bet would then be to just hide the tunnel entrance. For example, you could put some scenery above it, just to make a tunnel entrance. You could put some rocks here, put some plants on them to make the entrance of the tunnel look more natural. And then you could put some trees and stuff. Etc. So then you don't even have to put the chairlift like I did here, because nobody will be able to see the tunnel entrance anyway. So yeah, this is one way to make your tunnel entrances look nicer. Anyway, that were all the tricks for this tutorial. I hope they are useful to you, and I will see you again in the next episode. See you later.